Hey, Amy. After we've done speaking, we're going to still stand, right? What about Dean Fisher? Get up there. Yes. I just do what I'm.
How are you holding?
I do too.
For only a short period of time. All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jerry Lang. I'm provost at the university, and it's a pleasure to have you join us today for an afternoon of celebration. We're here to name the next dean of the College of Law. Certainly a secret that is not kept by anyone,
but me.
But you. And so I want to start by recognizing Joyce Mcconnell, our next dean of law. I told Joyce I should stop while I'm ahead, but a few brief comments probably. I will be followed by President Garrison, then Alvin Hathaway, the student who was on the search committee, then Dean Fisher, and then Dean McConnell. We'll have a few words to say as well. I want to begin by thanking Alex Messia and the search committee for the dedication they had to this particular search. I know they worked long and hard. Many of them went to New York to screen over 13 candidates. Then we had 5 candidates come to campus for interviews with the campus community, the university's administration, alumni and friends of the institution. And I think each one of those 5 was unique and different, each probably well qualified to be dean, and each contributing in some way or another to the search process that helped to make it a very vigorous and a really outstanding process for which the university had a chance to look at different individuals to choose for its next dean of the College of Law. So I thank the search committee for their hard work in this particular area. I think each of the 5 candidates had many strengths and many talents. But in the end, it was clear that Joyce rose above the other candidates. And we came to realize that in our own faculty of law, we had an individual who, through a national search process, demonstrated her leadership talent to be our next dean. While there will be time to recognize John Fisher at other times in the next couple of months, I would be remiss if I did not thank him publicly for his hard work, his dedication over the last 10 years. As I was thinking about my remarks today, I could not help but remember it was 10 years ago when the visiting committee was meeting on a particular Friday that we had, at that time, President Hardesty and I had talked about appointing John, and John had accepted, and I came to share with the visiting committee at that time John's appointment as dean. And that was a very glorious day, and so it is fitting that here, 10 years later, that we have that same opportunity with the visiting committee in town to announce the next dean of our College of Law. John's legacy, of course, will revolve around his efforts at fundraising and development. Many of the endowed professorships that our faculty hold can be attributed to John's hard work over the last 10 years, as he has worked with many of our alumni, our friends, who have donated their resources to help push this College of Law forward. And we will always be indebted to John for his hard work, because that stewardship will continue on, and the faculty will continue to be beneficiaries. And in the end, what he has done is help to lay a strong foundation for Joyce to continue that work into the future. Now, when I was talking with Joyce, of course, you have to, one of the letters that I got talked about her negotiation. And so I kept from her all the letters I received from students, from faculty, about how wonderful she was and why she should be appointed dean. And her colleagues clearly had a campaign supporting her. Several even called me to take 3 minutes of my time to tell me why I should appoint Dean McConnell. And but it was clear from the search process and from these many letters that there was a truly strong and almost unanimous support from everyone that we talked with that Joyce had the qualities to be our next dean. But among the many accolades that were used to describe Joyce, two were important to me. It was her commitment to our students and her love and loyalty for the college, the university, and the state of West Virginia. And when we had a chance just a few moments ago to meet with the faculty, to announce Joyce to the faculty in a private setting, Joyce had a chance to talk about why only at West Virginia University would she want to be dean. And I think that that is testimony to what these letters had to say about her true commitment to this institution. And when you make a commitment to the institution, you make a commitment to our state, and you make a commitment to our students. And these are attributes that I value because they are important as we look to the future. The hallmark of this university is to give its students the skills and the preparation to succeed in life. So with that as your compass, and with your commitment to academic excellence, with your understanding of how this institution can change the lives of others, and with your mountaineer spirit, you will have great success as dean, and the reputation of our College of Law will take another step forward in the next 10 years. So Joyce, I congratulate you. I look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
And I know you'll do an outstanding job. I now invite President Garrison.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Dean, this room is very similar to when I was here in law school. Not a lot of people sitting in the front of the room, so not much has changed, but much has changed as well. Much has changed here at the law school, and I echo a number of the comments that the provost has made. Much has changed, Dean Fisher, because of the great work you've done, and we're appreciative very much, very sincerely, for all the work that you've done. You leave a great legacy here at this law school. I mentioned earlier when I met with the faculty that this is a search that I took very personally because I'm a graduate of this College of Law, and I'm very proud to be a graduate of this College of Law, as is my wife. I also took it seriously professionally because those of us who have been out practicing at the bar understand the absolute impact that this College of Law has on people who come through these halls. It has an absolute impact on the people who come through here. Joyce Mcconnell has been a big reason for that. Her relationship with the students as they have come through these halls has been remarkable. It's remarkable to see all the student outpouring and all the student support that she's had. It's remarkable, but it's not surprising, because if you know Joyce, you know that that's her first priority, and there's something special about that. Joyce is also very committed, and we spent a lot of time, and she will attest to this, talking about the future of the law school. And with Joyce as dean, we will have a very future-looking enterprise at the law school. She is committed, as I am, to increased excellence here at the law school and to doing what it takes to move forward on every front. I'm excited to work with her, and I'm very, very pleased that she's our new dean here at WVU. Before I finish, I do want to echo Jerry's sentiments to thank Vice President for Legal Affairs Alex Messia, who really did yeoman's work on this search. She did a great job and put together a wonderful search. I also want to thank, and her name's not been mentioned yet, someone who before this search worked for me in Stewart Hall, but Alex, as he's apt to do, stole her away before the search. Valerie Lopez did a great job. I think a lot of you at the law school got to know her work ethic, and she is a special person. We're very appreciative for both of your work. Thank you both very much. To all of you and to all my friends here at the College of Law and all of you who are here, dedicating your time today. I know the visiting committee's here today, and we're very pleased that you take from your busy schedules to be here. I'm excited to work with you. I'm very excited to work with Joyce Mcconnell. I think there are great things in the future for this College of Law, and I can't wait to be a part of making that happen. Thank you all very much. I'm supposed to introduce Alvin Hathaway, and here he is, our student representative on the search. Alvin.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
I would like to thank all of you for coming out, especially the students, to share in this special occasion with Dean Mcconnell. Her elevation as dean serves as an example for all of us. Why? Because it validates that hard work, perseverance, dedication will help to make our school a better place. I was fortunate enough to be able to serve on the law school dean search committee. It afforded me the opportunity to share in the deliberations that selected the candidate for this office. I'm pleased indeed that the right person at the right time for the right institution was selected. Dean Mcconnell was the student favorite throughout the whole process. It was evident by the standing ovation she received at the student luncheon during her on-campus interview. Dean Mcconnell is qualified. She is committed, she is profound, she's a scholar, she nurtures and helps to develop legal talent here at the law school. And from a student perspective, especially at the end of the year, during the grueling time when you're tired, she's also a colleague, a friend, and a confidant. This announcement today signals a day of mountaineer pride. It's the start of a new law school administration. It signals to our legal academic community that WVU will continue its tradition of providing outstanding legal education for our students. Dean Mcconnell, on behalf of the Student Bar Association of West Virginia University College of Law, we would just like to say thank you, and you have our support. And finally, next up to speak is Dean John Fisher.
President Garrison, Provost Lang, I would like to both congratulate you and to thank you on the exceptional appointment as the 16th Dean of our College of Law. It has been my good fortune to work with Joyce as the Associate Dean, as a faculty colleague, and I should note, as a fellow property teacher. And she truly cares about this law school, and I think that is so very important. As she on occasion has pointed, she is a West Virginian by choice. She made the decision to come here. She made the decision to make this her home, and she made the decision that this is where she wants to stay. I am extremely pleased to introduce to you my successor, the 16th Dean of our College of Law, Dean Joyce Mcconnell.
is the moment where it's really better if I just leave now. Everyone has said such wonderful things about me, and you all have been so wonderful in giving me standing ovations. You cannot imagine how thrilling it is for me to stand here 12 years after arriving. John Fisher is right. When I came here, I decided I was going to be a West Virginian by choice. 12 years later, I'm still a West Virginian by choice. You can't get rid of me. I am delighted to be here. 12 years ago when I arrived, when students talked about mountaineer spirit, I really wasn't sure what they meant. 12 years of mountaineer spirit is quite infectious. And so I think I really should have worn my blue and gold today, just to show you how infectious it is. One of the reasons why I am so absolutely proud to be here and to be in front of all of you is because of all of you. I cannot imagine a place where I would rather be the dean. The students here are outstanding. The staff is unparalleled. I have never worked with as committed a staff as exists at this law school. The faculty are the most amazing teachers, scholars, and comrades in arms, we might say, in the teaching profession. It is truly an amazing place. I always like to say I've taught at 4 other institutions, and I've never taught with as good and committed a faculty as this one. In addition, it has been quite an amazing experience to be at a law school in a university as excellent as West Virginia University. And I would like to acknowledge our past president, President Hardesty, and I would like to acknowledge our new president, President Garrison, for giving us and continuing to provide for us an institution in which we can be very proud. It is wonderful to be part of this university. I also want to thank the provost for his incredible support for the College of Law over the last number of years. We have brought with him a number of creative ideas, and he's been willing to work with us on those creative ideas to make those happen. And it's already made this a better place. And so thank you very much. I also, of course, have to thank John Fisher. And I have to thank him, one, because he's my colleague in property. So I can always run next door and ask him about any kind of property question I need to, and he'll always have the answer. That's the first thing. The second is that when I first came here, he really didn't know me that well, but he must have seen something in me that gave him confidence in me, because he made me an associate dean very shortly after I arrived. And for that, I thank him very much, because I would not be standing here today, I really believe this, without the support and mentorship that John Fisher has provided me. In addition to that, I have to thank the search committee. I know that Alvin, as the student representative, the faculty members, the alumni, the chair, Alex Macia, and the staff, Valerie Lopez, worked extremely hard. And through their hard work, they produced 5 excellent candidates. All colleagues I would be proud to serve with, and I would be proud to have any one of them as my dean. Because of that, it is even a greater honor to stand in front of you today, to know that I am among that 5, and that of that 5, you chose me. It is incredibly humbling to go through the process and be in this place at this time. One of the things that Alvin said, and I think it's really very near and dear to my heart, is that I really do believe that this is the right place. We're at the right time, and together we can really do wonderful things. And so I'm really thrilled about that. I do want to acknowledge also the many members of the bar and bench that are here today. Having taught at 4 other law schools, I know that this is the most committed, loyal, really unbelievable bar that I've ever had the privilege of working with. The amount of support that you all give this law school makes it possible for us to turn out the outstanding lawyers that we do. It is really incredible experience to work with each and every one of you. I'm very excited to lead the WVU College of Law community as its next dean, and I really look forward to building on the strong foundation that is John Fisher's legacy and the tradition of excellence that is the legacy of all of the faculty, teacher scholars who've taught here over its history. I could not, as I said, have imagined the overwhelming support that I have received from the law school community and from everyone else. But I have to mention, because I have not mentioned, the support I received from my husband, my daughter, my family, and my friends. There's nothing quite like having all of those people who love you standing behind you, telling you you can reach what you think is impossible. And so my husband is here today, and I want to thank him. This place, this law school, has always been a place where students can come and build on their own vision of what a successful career in the law can be. It's one of our great strengths. They can learn the tools here to live the success that they envision when they first step through the door and first step into the classroom. They may choose to run a small family practice in a rural county in West Virginia that desperately needs their services. Or they may go on to become partners in some of the most prominent law schools in the world. They may go on to the federal bench, and they just might go on to lead a great and growing institution of higher education. It makes me very proud to know that I'm standing here as the dean of a law school with that kind of legacy. I believe in the law school. I think that's the thing that gives me the best qualification. I believe in it. I know what we can do together. I think this is an incredible community. We have an opportunity now with the support of the provost and the president, which I thank both of you for all of the support that I know that you have given and will continue to give the law school. But I know with all of that support, we are going to go amazing places. Not only in terms of curriculum, I see us creating an incredibly innovative curriculum that both embraces traditional legal education and 21st century professional skills education. I think that's very exciting. We can all do it together. It will be a really wonderful, wonderful enterprise. And I think it will be very exciting. I also know that we can create an environment here that is one that embraces diversity, that embraces inclusion, because that is absolutely essential for the people who we are, the people who we will serve, and the way in which we will be able to participate in the global environment that we all live in now. There's nothing probably more important to West Virginia's future, to the state, than all of us beginning to move forward in understanding the role that the state plays in the nation and internationally. Our greatest opportunity here is through increasing our prominence in the nation. And one of the ways that we're going to be able to do that is by continuing to have the incredible teacher scholars that we have here as our very own professors and my very own colleagues. They are amazing, and one of my goals is going to be able to create and continue to create an environment in which they can really thrive. And that's something that I'm really looking forward to doing. I won't have time probably to work on my own scholarship, but it is incredibly important to me that I put the pieces in place to make sure that my colleagues can do all of the wonderful work that they've been doing and can do more. I want to thank you all for all of your support again, and for charging me with this great responsibility, and for having confidence in me in carrying us forward toward making a vision a reality. Thank you all again so very much.